Hey, Jalen, good to see you. It was reported that you were a Pro Bowl alternate. Is that correct? And what does that mean to you? And then the second part, real quick, what's it been like in the building with Nick Sirianni having to do everything virtually right now?
Which question do you want me to ask?
Well, both, but are you a Pro Bowl alternate? And what does that mean to you?
I think it's you know, man, I think Pro Bowl is um obviously the goal for a lot of players. It's a dream, you know. It's a dream for many, but to be considered, to be voted upon, my peers, and to I guess starting off this way, it ain't too bad. But it's a blessing. It's cool. And
And
for coach not being for not being here right now. He's doing he's doing everything that he can to get back with the team. I know he's been feeling a little ill, but everything is business as usual in the office, at practice, with our operation and how we prepare, our attention to detail and our mentality. Everything's going.
thanks, John.
Go ahead, Josh, and then Zach.
What's good, Jalen? You were able to get the ball into the hands of Jalen Rager a couple times this past game. A two-part question about Jalen Rager. Do you feel like that might be a blueprint of ways that you can continue to get him involved in the offense? And then the second part of my question is, throughout the year you've said receivers stay ready, including Jalen. In what ways do you see him prepare for games and get ready in ways we might not see?
I see the dedication he has to what he's doing. I see the level of focus, and the want to. You know what I mean? And I know he always goes out there with the mentality of trying to go out there and play at a high level and play dominantly, play dominant football. And I think he's continued to grow throughout the year, and nothing else matters. I mean, honestly, nothing else matters about the past. Given the opportunities we have as a team now, it's about what you do now. And I think he stepped up for us big Tuesday night.
We'll go to Zach and then John Clark.
Hey, Jalen, I guess the way you guys are running the ball right now, what role do you have in that? Not just in the yards you run for, but in what you do at the line of scrimmage.
I think my role is to, as quarterback of this football team, I have a lot of responsibilities. Whether it be passing the ball or running the ball. Always trying to get us into the right play based on the preparation we put in and what we study, what I study with the coaches, and the presentation I see from the defense. So I think that consists of passing the ball and running the ball, just trying to get us into a good and advanceable play.
John and then EJ.
Hey, Jalen, what kind of job do you think Jeff Stoutland has done with the guys coming in and out at guard and the variety and amount of different runs that you guys have in the running game?
Jeff, Coach Stout, Coach Stout's done a great job, and he's been well respected for a very long time. He'll go down as one of the greats. I know we have a personal connection through University of Alabama. I mean, we hold a lot of pride in that, but we spend a lot of time together. Me and Coach Stout, every Sunday, getting ahead. Every Monday, excuse me, getting ahead of what's to come. And he's very valuable to this team. And I think he'd be the first to say that he knows he's a great coach and he's been doing it a long time. But he'd be the first to give respect to the players, to the guys that come in and out in these tough and adverse situations and step up and play big time ball. So I think the whole entire O-line unit, from top down, from coach to players, it's been great.
Go ahead, EJ, and then Mike.
Hey, Jalen, we haven't really gotten a lot of chances to, talk to Kevin Patullo, but what can you tell us about him and what's the relationship been like building with him this year?
Yeah, I think Coach Kevin he brings a lot of experience coming in. I know he's been at the collegiate level, in the NFL level, and he's played big roles on some teams. And I think his experience has been very valuable for us. And him and Coach Sirianni having a great relationship, being hand in hand with a lot of things that go on. He's been great for us.
Go ahead, Mike, and then Jeff.
To follow up on that, Kevin's worked with wide receivers. He's worked with quarterbacks. Talking to some of his former players, he apparently is really good about educating from both positions. How has he helped you in your chemistry with the receivers this year?
I don't know. I mean, I've known the receivers longer than he's known them. But no, I think he, like you said, he lays it down and he tries to simplify things, and I think everything is done together from a coach's standpoint. You have a number of different people involved, and everybody voices their opinions, and we just kind of smoothing out that foundation of what we want to do and how we want to do it. But I think having Coach Kevin has been very valuable for us too.
We'll go to Jeff and then Rube.
Hey, John, how will Sunday be different for you if Shane is calling plays versus Nick? I know he's the one who kind of relays the calls to you, but if he makes them versus Nick, will it change anything for you?
Yeah, I don't want to make anything bigger than what it is. My job is to get the play, call the play, and execute the play. So whatever play comes in, that'll be my job, and that won't change.
We have time for two more, so we'll go to Rube and then Tim.
Hey, Jalen, how disappointing was it to see that Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata were not named to the Pro Bowl team? And not only that, we're not even alternates after watching them play all year.
Yeah, I think, both of those guys are tremendous players, and I think we have a number of players that played at a very high level all year. And obviously, I think our best football is yet to come as a football team. And group success comes down to the individuals doing their jobs and putting their best foot forward to get that group success we get. But ultimately, you see Jordan Mailata out there balling, and keeping me clean. You see Lane out there doing what he's done for a very long time. So they're a Pro Bowl in my book. And they keep me clean. I'm all smiles, but. Kind of shocked to see that for sure.
Go ahead, Tim.
Hey, Jalen, your first game against New York obviously wasn't your best outing. I'm wondering how you use that. I mean, are you drawing on that this week? Are you a player that kind of gets a little bit of extra fire in those kind of situations?
Yeah, I got a lot of fire going into this game because it's the next game. Every week something happens, good, bad, or indifferent, and it's always an opportunity for me to learn from it. So I'll learn from last week, 2 days ago, and we'll move on forward to Sunday.